Hi, welcome to King County at your service. I'm Jackie Ablao. Unfortunately, the pandemic has been impacting many things, including the court system. Everyone is entitled to a jury of their peers, but seating a jury has been tough. A new pop-up courthouse in Bellevue is designed to help.
Hello, I'm Nicole Gaines Phelps. I'm one of 53 Superior Court judges here in King County.
My name is Judge Regina Cahan. I'm Chief Civil. That means I'm in charge of the civil section of our courthouse.
The COVID-19 pandemic has drastically changed everything in our world.
Pre-COVID, thousands of people would come to the courthouse for jury selection, for their everyday business.
When the pandemic first began, like every other organization in the world, the court had to reassess how we were doing business.
In June, we started Zoom bench trials. Those are trials in front of the court. The majority of our hearings are conducted now via telephone or video conference. But jury trials have always been a little more challenging to figure out how to bring in the hundreds of jurors that we need every day.
In order to fulfill our constitutional mandates, they require that juries do deliberations in person. We've had to find new ways of doing business.
So we need to think outside the box, and this is our solution.
We've established a new pop-up court facility at the Marymoor Center in Bellevue, Washington.
We brought in all our technology, we brought in our furniture, we set up our courtrooms, and now we have 6 courtrooms at the Marymoor Center with appropriate social distancing.
This facility, our pop-up courthouse, isn't any different than any of our other courthouses. It allows us to use our Seattle courthouses, our Kent courthouses, and now our pop-up courthouses to provide enough space so that we can ensure social distancing for everyone involved in our justice system.
With regular cleaning and sanitizing, everyone donning masks, and sufficient space for everyone to sit 6 feet apart, jurors can once again do their important work.
Jury service is a vital piece of our justice system. It provides a unique opportunity for those in the community to determine what justice looks like for our community here in King County.
I can't wait for you to serve as a juror here. I hope you find it a rewarding experience. Thank you.
Thank you, and we look forward to serving you here in King County.
This is a new COVID testing location that is officially opening today. We're open, I believe, 8:30 to 5:30, 6 days a week.
One of our technicians will walk them through the self-swabbing process. So the patient gets involved in the process, we hand them the materials, we talk about directions. If there's more than one person in the car, and oftentimes we do have families coming in all together, we just go to each window and we ask you just to crack the window a little bit. We pass the materials through, we walk you through how to do it. You pass the materials back to us and you're on your way. There is absolutely no cost.
Since the pandemic started, King County has keeping a really good eye on what the data is telling us, how the virus is spreading in the community. And it became very obvious that South King County was an area that was heavily affected by the virus itself and needed more testing capacity. So this Renton testing site is a great partnership that King County has with HealthPoint, which is a community health center. Testing is one of the proven strategies, to control the virus. The more we know about how the virus is spreading, the best way we will have, to stop it.
Call the King County COVID-19 call center at 206-477-3977. Worried about climate change? The Strategic Climate Action Plan is a new 5-year roadmap to help the environment. It will cut greenhouse gas emissions by 50% in the county by the end of the decade.
Today, I am sending to the King County Council my proposal for the 2020 Strategic Climate Action Plan. It is a roadmap to a more resilient, sustainable, equitable King County, uniting the efforts of cities, of tribes, of community-based organizations, of scientists and researchers and businesses. We will produce tangible, lasting results. Together, we will take action to cut greenhouse gas emissions countywide in half by the end of this decade.
The plan will also make new buildings a lot greener to build and to operate. Speaking of greener buildings, imagine a building that can run a power tool with solar energy. Sound impossible? Well, it's not at this building in Marymoor Park.
Everything you see here is powered by the sun.
We have welding equipment, grinders, lathe and mills and drills. We also have a shop area where most of the fabrication and repair work takes place.
This maintenance shop is a base of operations for King County Park staff.
It's unique because it's a net zero energy facility.
What does that mean?
Over a 12-month period, if you look at all the utility bills, it produces way more energy than it consumes.
Incremental changes led to a net zero makeover in Marymoor Park.
The places that we live and the places that we work consume a lot of energy. Our policy here at King County is for all of our infrastructure and buildings to have green building and sustainable development integrated into them.
But how do you make an old building more sustainable?
We look at energy use and production as something that can just come in to a sense of balance.
To achieve that balance at the Marymoor shop, King County took a two-step approach. Step one,
efficiency first.
Replacing the lighting, the HVAC system.
Let's drive down our energy use as much as we can cost effectively.
Step two, add solar panels.
Literally looking at satellite images and realizing, wow, that actually has some pretty good sun exposure. We realized it was going to be a pretty good candidate to do a retrofit and to put the solar panels up.
The final result? The building produces more energy than it uses 9 out of 12 months of the year. And looking at the full year, it produces 35% more energy than it consumes. How about the financial results?
In 2017, when we first started actually doing the monitoring, that bill for the year was a total of over $5,000, whereas in 2019, the total bill was just a little over $1,000.
Plus, the county reduced its electric bill at the nearby tennis courts by about $1,200, thanks to all that surplus energy.
There are things that we can do. We can reduce our consumption of electricity or fossil fuels in our building.
Small changes done incrementally can be a viable way of actually doing green building.
Our day-to-day work is still the same. We get better lighting, we get better heating and cooling, we get an efficient building that we could be proud of.
We can really change our building industry.
We want to be an example for the community of what we want to see other people in the community do.
Growing food and limiting paved surfaces is good for the environment. Check out this community garden in Kent that's unpaving the way.
So we are at a parking lot. Does not look like a parking lot, but this was a parking lot.
This was an underused parking lot in Kent. It was redesigned, and now it's helping reduce pollution in Puget Sound and boost local food production in one of Washington's most diverse cities.
This was turned into a huge community garden.
Paradise Parking Plots is unique because it's an extra 1-acre parking lot that was de-paved to put in 50 garden beds.
Plots over there, food forest, composting.
The garden was created by World Relief Seattle with help from the community. The organization serves refugees and immigrants in South King County. The project was funded in part by a grant from King County Waterworks because it's helping to reverse a big problem in the region.
Most pollution that goes into the Puget Sound is from paved surface areas, from roads and parking lots.
And climate change is making the problem even worse.
With climate change, we're getting more concentrated rain that's falling all at once.
And concentrated rain means more runoff and more pollution flowing into the Sound.
All of the oil, gas, dog poop, all kinds of things goes directly into the Puget Sound.
The Paradise Plots Garden uses 3 strategies to solve this pollution problem.
By de-paving, when we take that upper layer off, now water is going into the ground instead of running over it and becoming polluted. We have built 5 large rain gardens. Those rain gardens are capturing and filtering polluted stormwater. We're able to harvest water from the roof of the church who graciously donated this land for us to use.
There is pipes going down and into 3 cisterns.
Clean runoff from the roof is captured in these cisterns, and it's released slowly instead of all at once.
Not only does that provide water for irrigation in the summertime when we most need it, but during the winter time, that slows the flow of clean water into the Puget Sound. Things like climate change, those kind of issues disproportionately affect communities of color. What this community garden has done has given those people who don't own land a voice into the community of how land should be used, how we can design it, how it would benefit all of us. A once neglected urban space can be a thriving community.
Looking for the perfect place to exercise and safely connect? Well, here's the perfect place, East Trail.
The emerging 42-mile East Trail connects vibrant communities with safe, enjoyable trails. With connections to high-capacity transit and plans for a state-of-the-art fiber optics infrastructure, East Trail will knit together Central Puget Sound by offering safe, reliable commuter options. East Trail will be a central connector for Leafline, the growing four-county regional trail network that contributes to a healthy, connected future for everyone in our region.
The East Trail runs through the traditional homelands of the Coast Salish tribes. Today, we're working to create a world-class trail that will connect the diverse communities of the East Side, increase access, and boost economic growth.
With its flat, wide trails, the East Trail offers a fun and safe place for anyone who wants to get outside.
From your morning commute, a family walk, or a long trail ride, the East Trail will offer a great experience for everyone.
We know time in nature is great for our minds and our bodies. The green space along the East Trail will help create a healthy, connected future for everyone.
To build a more sustainable region, Sound Transit will offer East Rail pedestrians and cyclists direct access to 4 nearby light rail stations. By putting the rail back in East Rail, we're going to lower our carbon footprint and help clean up our air.
Not just a trail, the Redmond Central Connector, part of the East Trail, is a place for you to connect with your community all year long through events and art.
We hope that connecting on the East Trail will include discovering new places to enjoy as our cities and region become closer.
So from urban centers to wide open trails, East Trail will help people experience a new place, enjoy some fresh air, and improve our commuting opportunities.
No matter what your age,
your sport, your race,
what language you speak,
all are welcome on the East Trail. For our generation and generations to come, the East Trail will link us to the things that matter: friends, community, and nature. Let's connect.
Let's connect on the East Trail.
Let's connect on the East Trail.
Thanks for joining us for King County at your service. I'm Jackie Ablao. Visit us online at kingcounty.gov/KCTV. See you next time.